When paying zakat, it becomes a burden. When a man obeys his wife and disobeys his mother and treats his friend kindly while he is being disrespectful and avoiding his father, when voices are raised in the masjids, when the leader of a people is the worst of them, when people treat a man with respect because they fear some evil he may do, when a lot of wine is being drunk, when men wear silk, when female singers and musical instruments become popular, when the last ones of this ummah curse the first ones, then let them expect a red wind or to be transformed into animals. O believers, these words should make our hearts to shake a little. Because the words of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, they have all come true. Things that have never happened in the history of the world are happening. The corruption and tyranny, they have taken over the whole world from east to west. The most disgusting, the most perverted actions, they have become accepted by governments, by courts, and by individuals. They even have become acceptable by those calling themselves holding on to the religion of Allah. We have reached to days that would have been unimaginable to those who came before us. O believers, we should fear from the anger of Allah. And we cannot think that just because we say we believe, we are going to be saved. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is checking the hearts of the believers in this month. If we show even an atom's weight of tolerance in our hearts towards evil, we may be counted as having a share in it. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is telling us in a hadith sharif saying, once Jibreel ﷺ was sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to destroy a town. Jibreel asked if the pious man in the town who has spent his every moment in the remembrance of Allah was also meant to be destroyed. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him to destroy that man first, since he did not bother to guide his people, to warn them, and because he was tolerant of their actions. As believers, we must check our hearts in this Ramadan. We must make sure that this corruption has not entered into our hearts. Because halal is clear and haram is clear. Because haq is clear and batil is clear. And we are either on the side of haq or we are on the side of batil. As our Grand Sheykh Maulana Nazim Adil Haqqani is saying, either you are on the side of Mahdi or you are on the side of Dajjal. There is no middle ground. So in this Ramadan time, we have to ask ourselves sincerely, be sincere. Am I on the side of truth? Am I a defender of truth? Am I a Haqqani? Because in these desperate dark times, the only way to reach safety is to be standing on the side of truth. We must be on the side of those men of Allah who are standing for haqq. Wherever they go, we must stand with the lions of Allah. We must stand with our Sheykh, Sahibul Saif, Sheikh Abdul Karim Kabrisi Rabbani, who is saying, we are defenders of the truth. Haqqanis, defenders of the truth. Not only through the name, but not only through this small area. Anywhere we are walking on top of this earth, we must be defending the truth. Anyone who is saying other than that, they must be the agents of shaitan. In my position, I'm a weak servant. But as our Shaykh is saying, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I can be the most strong one. But no need for me to be the strong one, because Shaykh Maulana is on top of everything. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All those who are going to run and become helpers to shaitans and dajjals, they're welcome. Run right now if you want. If there's not one person left around, don't think that this attitude is going to change. It's not. It's not going to change, because we are defending the truth. And against shaitans and dajjals, it's going to become more strong and more powerful. Never is it going to become weaker. We may not be able to carry this until the end. Whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted to us in this life, inshallah Rahman, we are going to spend it until the last breath, and no man on the face of earth, no shaitan, no dajjals, and no governments are going to be able to put any fear in us, because we are holding tightly to Allah, to His Prophet, and to the awliya Allah. The words of our Sheikh, they are true. And that is true faith. And that faith, it is an inheritance coming to us from our Sheikh, that he is carrying for 1400 years from the real Haqqanis, the defender of truth, that they have been carrying throughout history. Inshallah Rahman, tonight we will be entering into the anniversary of one of the biggest fights, conflicts between Haqq and Batil. And when Haqq, it prevailed, Haqq triumphed, Haqq won. When just 313 men of Allah, 313 Sahabe Kiram, they stood up against an army of 1,000 unbelievers. We are talking about the Battle of Badr. The war when the unbelievers came from Mecca to Medina. Not with the hope, with the confidence that they're going to wipe out Islam and kill the Holy Prophet ﷺ. At that battle, it is a lesson for us. It is a lesson in loyalty. It is a lesson in bravery. It is a lesson in what it means to stand up for the truth. Even if you're alone and the whole world is against you, even when you know that the whole world may destroy you. Listen to the words of Hazreteri Sa'd ibn Mu'az radiallahu an. The Holy Prophet ﷺ was making consultation with the believers before the battle. And Hazreteri Sa'd stood up for the Ansar who had just accepted Islam. And he said, Ya Rasulullah, we firmly believe in you. And we witness that which descends on you is the truth. We gave bayat to you. And we made a promise to you. And we will stand by your side. We swear by Allah, who has sent you with truth, with haqq, that if you reach the sea and cross it, we will cross it hand in hand with you. No man will fall back or they will stay behind. We are absolutely ready to go to war against our enemy tomorrow, because we are given to terrible warfare. And we are sincere in our desire to meet Allah. I hope that Allah will make us do what will make you proud of us. So go on with whatever is in your mind. And may Allah bless you. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ heard these words, he became so happy and he said, march forward with good spirits, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised me victory. And wallahi, it is as if I see the enemy defeated in front of me. O believers, these are the Ashab al-Badr. They are our examples. They are our heroes. They stood up for the truth with their lives. And our Sheikh, he stood up for truth with his life. If we are calling ourselves his murids, if we are calling ourselves his followers, then we must also be ready to sacrifice ourselves for haqq. That time, inshallah Rahman, we are hoping that we will be from those believers that will stand with the Sahibul Zaman, Mahdi alayhi salam, when the time comes. We are closing with the words of our Sheikh, who is saying, we must wake up to ourselves. We are passing every single day, step by step, going ahead. Before the appearance of Mahdi alayhi salam, we must complete. We must prepare. The Naqshbandi Haqqanis must prepare to that work that Mahdi alayhi salam is coming to build, to do. And these are the ways. How are we going to prepare? These are the ways. Through sohbat, we may learn. As I said earlier, even if you are coming to sohbat with so many wrong intentions, at least the burden may be lifted from you. Maybe you will feel comfortable a little bit. Yeah, maybe something is going to happen. In the holy association, rahmat is raining. You are not seeing, but rahmat is coming down. And that will lift the burden, inshallah rahman, for the sake of our Sheikh and for the sake of the one, the most beloved one in the divine presence, our holy Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. And may Allah give long life and strong life to the truthful ones for us to continue following his steps, inshallah rahman. We are trying to make the intention to follow their footsteps. Ya Rabbi, in these end of times, we're asking you to not count us amongst those who are happy and tolerant of the evil around us. We're asking you to count us among the defenders of truth. We're asking you to keep us with our Sheikh this life and next life, and to let us to be with him in the time of Mahdi alayhi salam. Amin, amin, amin. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah lazim alazim. La ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayh. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد على كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد على كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد على كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك كنت من الظالمين سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح سبحان قدوس ربنا رب الملائكة والروح إن دين عند الله الإسلام قام الصلاة بسم الله الرحمن
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الفلاح